Whether locked away in cage or mind, together we face this incessant bind, challenging a past we can't erase, replacing it with hope for a better place. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh, grab the past sharply by the throat. Our sins be damned will bring hope, forged in the fire of a wicked end. From the ashes we find a friend, brothers in arms made along the way. Birds of a feather will fly away. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh, what has passed is done and gone. It's time to grab the reins and move on. We'll face this world, but not alone. This new family is now my home. The day is done, so I lay down my head. Who can say what's up ahead? It doesn't matter, nothing's set in stone. And whatever may come, I'm not alone. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh,
it starts with a whisper, a seed in the mind, a doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed, but I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen in prison, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring, and I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb. A doubt that grows louder, stealing your time. You're not enough, it says you'll never succeed. But I've learned how to silence that voice with my creed. I've fallen and risen, I've lost and I've gained. Every bruise on my soul is the proof that I've trained. This is me versus me, no one else in the ring. And I'm ready to fight till I hear the bell ding. I'm not perfect, but I'm perfectly flawed. Every step that I've taken was worth every scar. I'm done with the fear, the lies in my ear, the shadows that kept me bound year after year. Now I see the light breaking through the rain, turning every doubt into strength, breaking chains. I gotta lose to learn, stumble to climb, face the darkest moments to find the shine. I've doubted myself, let the fear dictate, but now I see doubt, it's just love and debate. The voice isn't my enemy, it's my chance to prove I can grow, to rise and advance. I've seen the bottom, now I'm reaching the top, and the climb doesn't end till my heartbeat stops. So bring the doubts, bring the storms and the pain, I'll turn it all into strength unchained. Breaking chains, I'm rising up strong, turning all my doubts into fuel for this song. They can't hold me back, I've claimed my name. The voice in my head will never be the same. Breaking chains, I'm free to believe in the power within, in what I can achieve. This is my fight, my story, my reign. I'm breaking chains, I'm breaking chains. You've gotta lose to learn, starts within.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. I just woke up, so I guess you're getting a little bit of vocal fry to tickle your eardrums this evening. But hello. Let's go and say hi to the party, shall we? Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I saw that Pringle popped out. Where'd he go run off to?
He went to go grab food and stuff before you started.
Of course he did. Let's go ahead and get
Eldritch
transition-
Drago.
Far away from us.
Let's
They're
go
escaping.
ahead.
Quick, get them.
Let's go ahead and get transitioned over here. I know that we're still waiting on...
Oh!
Oh, we had a way red
Rising.
start. What's up, Sevi? My god, that is so loud. Like, okay, so... like, the video, like, coming through, like, I don't know if it's nearly as loud as it is for you guys, but with the headphones on, oh my Christmas.
Well, that's not until another 9 months.
Oh. Alright, thank you for that shout out. A way to overstimulate
No
right
problem.
now, so just gonna lurk. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for the lurk.
Felt I had 1 point, should say a smartass remark.
Only one.
For now.
And there's gonna be more, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get some background tunage ups while we're waiting for the DM who has really bad timing. But I suppose, like, honestly, if he's gonna get some food, it should be now.
He needs his
While they're
munchies.
gone,
Yeah, he needs some food.
Dungeon Master's gotta eat.
can I show off my new Fugi?
Yeah, by all means. I'm gonna
Let
need
a seat.
I'm
Tea.
gonna need your Fugi.
Behold.
Hang on a sec. Hang on. It's not up on my stream yet, so I'm gonna go over here, go over there. Oh my goodness, look at it. He's so
No.
cute. Yeah, let me get you a browser source over here.
Plop it in.
A bit of stream delay. I think this is on my end though.
No, there's no stream delay. Just I gotta get it in here. Bear with me a sec.
So
Oh,
shall
it
we
goes so
start?
fast.
Shall we start the summoning rituals?
No, it's like Bird Buddy's not gonna be here for like another 10 minutes or so. I already know that much. But I'm gonna put it like right here in the middle of the screen, make it a little bit bigger so we can just all like see and appreciate. Alright.
Bask in its glory.
There you go. I've got your Foogie Rip right now.
Hello.
Look at it, it's so cute.
Aw.
I give different technically different. I can combine the two. I can have them be closed-eyed in both situations.
It's so cute. Oh my god.
I can have them be normal-eyed in both situations. And I could reverse it if I wanted to. Like this.
That is really cute.
But this-
I like it.
But this is what I have it on normally. E.
Yeah. Oh,
You're excused.
And she just recently made it to affiliate.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
I was actually I debuted this PNG today. I did some Minecraft hardcore. Still haven't died. And that stream got me to affiliate. For some reason it updated the Twitch goals almost instantly instead of taking a full day.
Yeah, nice.
Now I filled out all the forms. Now I'm just waiting for that last one to get approved because that one needs manual approval for some reason.
Well, congratulations.
Congrats, Rose.
Thank you. Well, the
I
art
hope
wasn't
everyone-
even, like.
I was about to say, I hope everyone's doing well out in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steffi,
Oh, my headset is
you
made
never did
funky.
tell us like how'd your stream go? Were you playing I can't remember the name of it. I'm so sorry.
Steffi was playing Wilds. I was snooping.
Ah, okay.
I went and said hi before stream.
I feel really
I-
bad because like the last time I ended up raiding off to Jazz, he's like, "Hey, so when are you gonna come play a Monster Hunter with us?" I'm like, I'm
About that.
yeah.
You see, there's a
I don't-
plausible excuse that I could use. I just don't know how to use
Yeah,
it.
glue sniffing kitty. You scream, "Oh, welcome in." First
That
time
is a
chat.
name.
That is a name. I like it.
That is a name.
Can't- I can't tell if the kitty there is supposed to be a euphemism or not.
I have a
I-
feeling it might be.
I don't know, but I love the name. Glue sniffing kitty. That's a great one.
It's the glue sniffing part that makes me think the last part is a euphemism.
It kind of reminds me of orange cat behavior, but then again, that's just passive. There's no actual like
Honestly, yeah.
additives to it.
Yeah, but this model, this PNG wasn't even like super expensive. It was like $30.
Nice.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I looked at the in progress images, right? Because I got work in progresses. This shit had over 170 layers.
Oh wow. So, a glue sniffing kitty's like, wait, what? It's not a euphemism.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay.
Good for you.
Nice.
But I'm very curious how you came to the conclusion of Glue sniffing Kitty.
Don't worry about it, Kitty. Like, they're just degenerate pervs.
Now it might be.
And you're not, Angel?
Yeah, you're not.
Of course not. I am an angel. I am.
Mhm.
We are a proud and noble race.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, somebody get pictures of Rose.
Proud and noble race.
I have one word, Pringle.
I will have you know that I have only done things to better protect humanity, and if harmonizing with darkness itself protects humanity, then I have done my job.
Finding love along the way is also a bonus.
Stop doubting me. Stop doubting me.
I have one more word for you, Angel.
Oh boy, what's that?
Lena.
Okay. All right, listen. Listen. Okay. Listen, Linda. Listen, Lita.
Being so hard, but my can't pick it up.
Alina is from the before times. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Of course, the only time that Chad has ever seen Lena, she was a proud, demure lady.
Mm-hmm.
And she has never done anything on camera that you can prove.
But of course.
Technically,
Everybody.
technically, yeah.
Check the NSFW chats of the Discord.
Listen, if any of our Discord chats were ever leaked, we'd never see the light of day again.
We really wouldn't.
Well, I mean the public Discord
Oh
server.
no.
The public Discord is bad enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
If the private DMs get leaked, we flee to a different country.
That's not even gonna save us.
I'm not staying on this planet. I'm getting the fuck off the earth.
There he is.
Like, if
Off the
my
earth.
private Discords got leaked, I'd be canceled today.
Off the earth, I'm going to the fucking Feywilds. It's safer there than on this plane of reality.
Which is really saying something.
Go ask for
consider it.
Sarah. Go ask for Sarah.
Right, yeah.
Sarah, save us.
Honestly, I think I'd rather go to one of the 9 circles of hell rather than let my Discord stuff be leaked.
Honestly, yeah, I've been to the hells. It's actually a lot of fun. Don't listen to those Bible thumpers over there. They don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of cool shit in the hells. It's true.
Actually, I can now relate to like 50% of D&D memes now because a couple weeks ago I had my first TPK.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
Wow.
All right, DM, you're up. Take her away.
Alright,
You fucked around with that. Oh right, do you
To
want
a
me to switch
sacred
back to Lorcas or do
place.
I keep this PNG on?
Yes, switch to Lorcas, and we're going to begin the session summary here.
Yoink, here we go. Switched.
A great escape.
Let's see here. One moment. I'm still getting issues. I should be. Hey,
Oy vey.
it's been a day.
I'm missing.
I witnessed the theft at my first delivery, so fun stuff.
Oh no.
You're thinking of Bird Buddy. Bird Buddy, Bird Buddy.
Bird buddy,
Bird
bird buddy, bird buddy.
Oh,
Bird buddy, bird buddy, bird buddy.
she already said, like, I give me a second here. It's gonna take like 15 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
We must save my family. The bandits are coming.
Damn it, Gary.
Gary.
And remember to jump, jump.
And he's from the tutorial.
Oh my god.
I'm saying
Uh,
that
SAO
I'm
bridge
so
aside.
Hold
Go
up, guys.
ahead.
Hold up, guys. Thank you for the follow, Kitty. Go ahead.
Alright.
I'm Lorcas just suddenly breaks out into NPC speech.
All right,
Hey,
rein
I'm
it
the
in.
NPC here.
Guys, rein it in here.
Yes.
DM.
Okay. So, previously, the broken chains began their last day's trek on the road to Oriaceste. In the morning, with Liz out for a flight, Six took it upon herself to begin tidying up camp as the others slept and came across an artificed radio as she was packing up Liz's tent. After Liz returned, she explained that she uses it to listen in on the goings on of Advalor and to listen to music from her homeland. With the party rousing to a somber song that came across the station it was set to, Liz revealed the news that she was a former member of the Scaled Guard. After placing her badge in the fireside log, the party had set out for their watches. The party soon sound? Wow. I don't proofread. The party soon found themselves in Oriaceste, and with Lieutenant Ravenstar busy in an all-day meeting with Lord Belnin and the Topaz Magistrate, the party decided to run some errands before settling in at the Vulgar Pauldron Tavern on the east side of town. As the party was finishing up their dinner, a small group of mercenaries entered the tavern, the leader of whom asked why Six was in his seat. A fight soon broke out over this dispute, and as the fight was beginning to reach its crescendo, the tavern keeper himself demanded an end to the fight by throwing one of his own tables into the fray. We now rejoin our heroes shortly after the fight as they try to defuse the situation to their benefit.
I am now wearing the Minotaur's gauntlets.
Okay.
And just like like that wide-eyed whoa look to the the table flying into the fight.
That was really close.
Liz is annoyed, but walking over to the counter.
Ruby's walking with Liz.
1 second, let me pull up the information. There you go. So Ruby had seen this individual before, now shrinking back down to size as his wife is no longer concentrating on enlarge reduce. Is a Goliath man. Good lord. Is a Goliath man standing about 6'5", wearing a tunic with torn sleeves, brown pants. They got to about his ankles, with leather wrappings for his shoes. His light gray complexion is a bit marred from old battle wounds, the most distinctive of which is a slash across the right cheek that took out a chunk of his ear. What can I help you two with? And he's hard eyeing the other mercenaries that he knocked out with the table.
I'm just gonna place the gold and say this should help with damages.
I add 15 gold from my own pocket, and I will be right back. Or not pocket, boob. My bad.
Out of your boob? Yeah.
Yes.
The boob pocket.
I'm just gonna quietly under my breath, just murmur to the Minotaur as I sit back into the large chair, bitch.
Will looks over to the direction of Iris and says, "Do you mind letting them go?"
Yeah, and she releases the spell, and as she does, she also regresses back to her normal form.
Will
Oh.
grabs the ranger by the back of his shirt, hoists him up, and he then just calmly says, "I hope the table was worth it." And proceeds to lead him out so he could get reinforcements to get the rest of them.
All right. So as you lead the bow wielder, the Minotaur is 6. You can see there's still that little bit of a fire, almost coming from the unresolved conflict. But he's definitely in a bit more of a pseudo defeated state, as he kind of steps back up and off to the side, close to the door.
Well, yeah, and he got his ass beat by someone 3 times smaller than him and a woman.
Well, and you'll see. The rest of you will see this large Goliath man look to Ruby and Liz. Well, don't worry too much about it. They were supposed to be coming in with some kind of a job, something having to do up north. But I appreciate the contribution. If you want, I'll take 15 for the damages, and the other 15 if you want to run the room. You guys can.
They're with
already
us,
rented the
sir.
rooms. Yeah.
Okay, it's 15 gold. Is the member of the Legion, are they with you as well? The one that just
Yep.
left?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
15.
and she'll point out who's all with them, since I already got the room ticket or the room keys and stuff, and we
Alright.
bunk up.
While this is going on, Iris is going to go use Mage Hand to grab that broken table leg and try and use Mending to fix the table.
Yeah, didn't we
Okay.
already pay for a room? Like I'm getting
Yeah.
I'm getting room 9.
I'll be right back.
That's a fair point. Yep.
Yeah, we already rented our room. We already have our keys.
Alright. We'll look to the rest of you. It won't be for room renting. And he'll take another 10 gold, and put it aside and hand it back to you, Liz. And he'll take the 5 remaining gold. Consider it a security deposit. And just
That's probably.
stuffed it under the bar.
Liz just kind of nods. That's probably for the best.
And he looks over to the Minotaur, who's clearly worried. And the Goliath steps out from behind the bar, heads up to him. And even with the now that he's a bit shorter than the Minotaur, there's that really cold stare. And he doesn't even say a word as the Minotaur heads out the door and stands right next to it. And he looks over the the 3 remaining mercenaries. You 3 go outside and wait with your boss. And they immediately, after Iris frees them, who, by the way, one of the one that had been frozen when he was
Decked by the table.
Yeah, they were trying to they're trying to roll around with their arms and legs still locked in that position before you release them as they shuffle out the door.
I would have loved to see like that guy like all bound up, like inchworming towards the door.
Oh my
Thought you were about
god.
to go somewhere different with that sentence.
I think we know where.
Yep.
Later.
Get out of the gutter!
No.
Never. My first Blade character was a tiefling bard.
Let's rein it in. We don't get a lot of time here.
So as God damn this cough. As
You
the
good?
this Goliath man, yeah, I'm good. As he's just looking over the rest of you, none of you worry about giving any kind of a statement. My wife witnessed all of it. He kind of looks over to you 6. See, it's yours if you want it.
I'm like just kind of like leaning back as if it's like a throne to me, with like a one arm on like an arm on each side. One's kind of like more downward, but like I'm resting my cheek on like one of the knuckles of the gauntlet that doesn't have a spike. Like I've already claimed this chair. I didn't need to be told. But yeah, 6 is looking very amused with herself.
It's about 10 minutes later. The rest of you hear some simple orders being barked, and the very muffled shaking, locking of shackles. And yeah, Will, before you hand off the bow wielder, the ranger, uh, they kind of ask you to step off to the side.
Will does
Arm
so
still
without
secure.
question. Oh, sorry. What did you say? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. It's just arm still secured. You could see the tendons of their elbow is now swelling, like their whole arm is beginning to swell.
Ooh.
Can I heal him before he goes too far?
Why?
He looks to you, Will. I'm sorry about that. Just been tired, and you could see now that things have calmed down. There's heavy bags under the eyes of everybody except the Minotaur.
Or is this like happening in the tavern around everybody, or like outside the tavern?
Outside the tavern.
Okay, so I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But Will, you'll see the heavy bags under their eyes. Like he's been running us ragged. He wanted to go up to the rest, but we strongly urged against it. And you could tell that there's a lot of dysfunction within this group, just with that statement.
Will says nothing, as he doesn't know what to say about that. But he could notice that there's like a bit of sympathy, like an apologetic expression. He says, "And I'm sorry for breaking your arm." But he mumbled it.
Just doing your job, although I think you just hastened my retirement a little. I'll find something. And you'll watch as another private grabs him under the good arm and begins leading him into a cart to bring him to the barracks. But as you head inside to reconvene with the group, you guys got anything you want to do before bed?
Just sort of like a little OOC thing at the whole, like you're just doing your job. Somewhere in or out of the world, the bitch queen of the sea, Umberlee, looks very amused.
But yeah, you guys got anything before bedding down?
What time is it?
About 7 p.m.
7 p.m. A little bit of light out.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, this is just after the spring solstice, so it's already dark by maybe like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Liz will fiddle with the radio, and in the room if she shows it to 6.
So what kind of other channels do you have here? And so she's like cycling through the different channels. I think, Pringle, do you happen to have like a script yet for me to use?
In terms of just fidgeting through, no. As you're cycling through the channels, you can get it's a bit more garbled, considering how open the plains were to now the higher walls and buildings. You're right on the cusp of a decent enough signal. you can gather there's about 8 that are accessible, although very staticky. Let me right. There's the Living Burst station, which is more along the lines of at least passing through general goings on within Advalor. The Hollowed Void has bit more of a macabre feel to it. as you're cycling through, you can hear them listing off names, probably of members of the guard that had passed that day.
Check your Discord for like I guess reference for yeah.
I'll need a D100 roll for that.
All right, yeah, I can do that. Let's see here. 21.
21. Unfortunately not. I would say with that you can get the idea that there might be another channel somewhere mixed in. But you aren't able to quite isolate it.
It's like 88.2 FM. Like there's probably something there, but it's not coming through.
Yeah. Like the top of a peak of a mountain near a particular city is when you get the best signal. Kind of a
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, nothing in that regard. But in terms of the other stations, just for general ideas, the Red Ruby Resolve station, which is the one you heard the song coming from the other day, is a bit more on the religious side of things, reminding people to be bolstered within their faith.
Oh God,
and
no.
it goes on within individual themes.
Can I just listen to this one just for? I know you may not follow, but
Really? I mean, it's your radio here.
just for a moment, I just want to see if there's any notes.
Notes. Is this like some sort of like hidden code for you churchy folk?
Not for everybody, but
Give me investigation check there, Liz. At advantage.
I did pay attention. Sorry, Stein. Gotta turn on the light. Okay. Give me a moment. I had to roll quick.
You're all good.
Even if the song sucks, you do have to admit that it's kind of amazing that we've created something, and so that bards can broadcast their music anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to go to a tavern to hear, any particular artist anymore. Like you don't have to try and follow wherever this bard troupe is going to hear their music anymore. That's awesome.
Now I can do it for the experience.
What'd you get there, May?
12.
12. Unfortunately, nothing this time around.
Okay. All right. Yeah, nothing of interest is on. You can change it now.
Let's see if they got Biggie.
If I'd have known that you would have been so intrigued by this, I would have shown it to you.
Come on, it's a neat gadget. Who wouldn't be intrigued by it?
I wasn't super enthused about it when I got it.
Really? Why?
I didn't listen to much music back home.
Nah. Oh. We usually had live performances in the Jackal.
Well, when you grow up for the first 10 years of your life and the only music you listen to is quite literally choirs.
There's other music than songs about your gods.
Yes.
And honestly, as someone screaming about getting revenge is a lot more relatable than, oh, worship this and do that. Like, people don't act like that.
That's the only reason that I'm like, I wasn't super interested in music until I started finding out.
Sorry, Savvy. Remember when Pepperidge Farm had commercials? Pepperidge Farms forgot.
Yeah, they're having a conversation and somehow switched to Pepperidge Farm.
Oh my god, that caught my attention. I'm like, fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I could definitely see how growing up listening to choirs would really kill your taste in music. But oh, I like this one. But yeah, I figure we enjoy our dinner and maybe like kill some time before we're bed down.
All right. Who? It's Ruby and Iris in one room, right? Or
Yep. We're sharing a
Okay.
room.
what are you two doing?
I
Iris
don't
had-
remember who. Like, is there anyone bedding down in room 9 with me, or is it just me?
It's me.
It's Liz.
It's Liz.
Oh,
So
Lovely.
room order is you and Liz, and then Will and Bird Buddy, and then me and Iris. And then Lorcas can go sleep at the shop because that's where Lorcas said they would go sleep. Sorry.
So how many beds are in the room?
You each get one.
Okay, good.
We're not doing the one bed trope.
Yeah, no, I was just like immediately gonna enter a room, just look at Liz, go dibs.
Thank the gods.
All right. Ruby, Iris, what you got?
Yeah.
Iris is went up to the room pretty much right after the fight, and she was actually cleaning off her feet because unfortunately when she jumped off the table, she stepped in her mashed potatoes. So
No.
Oh, mashed potatoes and the toe beans has to be really uncomfortable.
yeah, so
Yeah,
she
no,
she
stop. No.
so she's taken like a bowl of water and heated it up, and it's just been using a cloth and just cleaning out off her barefoot.
I can just
When
see.
Iris-
Oh.
Yeah, I can just see
And
Iris like
Iris-
shaking her foot like she's got tape on her toe beans.
I'm so uncomfortable. Ew.
Yeah,
Oh.
but she has her coat off when she walks in. When Ruby walks in, and she just has that just a simple black shirt on, but you can see some of the surgery scars that are on her arms.
Ruby will kind of walk in. She's gonna work on taking her coat off as well. She'll take note of those scars, but she's not gonna say anything
Mhm.
yet. She'll find a bed, start claiming it a little bit,
Mhm.
like throwing her shit on it. Iris,
Yes.
can I ask
Uh,
you a personal question?
Kind of shakes off the little bit of the water on her foot, and of course, yeah.
How do I put this? Do you? Okay. You remember when the night Bird Buddy woke us up, right? After you
Well-
got knocked out.
Oh, unfortunately, I was kind of knocked out at the time, but yes, I do remember.
Yes.
A little
Yeah, when I
uncharacteristic giggle out of her.
When I was healing you, I noticed something. It looked like black veins almost.
Oh. Yeah?
Is that something to worry about, or do you not want to share?
She scoots over onto the edge of the bed and kind of reaches and touches the back. It's something I'm concerned about too, but I don't know. whenever the monsters get a hold of someone, they either end up one or two ways. Either they just become husks, or they become one of them. So I don't know what this is back here, but I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could just see it, but
I mean, wish I had an interesting way of showing. Maybe one day. I'm gonna kind of. If you hear me talking in Sylvan, it's not directly towards you. It's towards
your friend?
Yes. So that's probably gonna happen at some point.
Do they treat you well?
Skull? Oh yeah.
It's good.
I met him a very long time ago.
Is it back in your home or something?
I didn't really have a home when I met him.
Oh.
I mean, yes, like I know orphanages count as homes for the children. I get it, but I didn't consider that a home.
There's a slight look of like understanding, but also a little bit of like pity on her face. Like, oh, I hear they're interesting places to live in.
They can vary. They're generally the same. Bunch of kids who lost their parents in some tragic accident or another.
In Ramberg's Rest, all the parents kind of, if something happened, the other parents would step up. So I fortunately didn't have to worry about that, but then again, that just meant every parent had a different way of handling different kids. But
yeah, no, where I ended up, the city was too big and there was too many people and whatnot.
Well, I'll try not to bother if you guys do talk to each other, but if he does show up, I'll. Oh, hold on. She goes over to her bag and pulls up like the last cut of her sweet thing, a sweet roll that she saved, and like wrapped up in like parchment paper, and she set it aside. If he does show up, it's for him. It's usually what we're supposed to do when Fae show up, I think.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much.
It was for normal things we did at home to make sure Faye didn't try and take any kids. Leave sweets for them.
I've never really done that, so if that's a worry for you, you shouldn't need to.
Well, I'm not a kid anymore, but
Just in general.
It's just a show of respect. I'm not powerful enough to go anywhere near poking Faye. And we all saw what happened when we accidentally that big lady.
That wasn't really our fault.
Yeah. But I'm glad.
Cursed her.
I am glad that your friend did save you. I was worried for you.
I am too. He's always been a good constant for me. I trust him quite a bit.
Well, that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I will do my best not to have any bad dreams, but you're welcome to slap me awake if I do. I promise not to hurt
One,
you.
I would never slap you. And two, bad dreams happen.
It's only been about a month since I got back to the surface, and I'm still trying to shake it off.
Yeah, then it's perfectly normal.
This makes me a little afraid to go back home again, but I guess in reality it's no longer my home.
Ruby, she'll walk over and sit next to Iris and just kind of like lean on her. You know, you're not going back alone.
That's why I'm going back. I know Will's connected, and you guys just seem to want to help, and you have your reasons. And
Well, I'm just being nosy, if I'm being completely honest. And I might like you.
how can you do that? Just make me feel better like that.
I have the magic touch, if you will.
You're so talented, you know? I mean, you're so pretty, you got the magic, and you act so much like a noble lady from the south. Mm,
Well, thank you.
it's kind of hard to hold myself anywhere close to it.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
I know.
Oh, thank God, I wasn't the only one that went there. I'm sitting here thinking, oh my God, are they gonna fuck?
Fuck you, Rose!
Ruby wants the kitty's kitty.
Oh dear.
All right, reel it in. Reel it in.
Oh.
All right.
Oh shit! No.
Yep, all good.
Whew.
So just checking. Are you guys still going?
I think she's pretty okay, unless Ruby wanted to say something about that. What she just said.
You'll have to remind me. I lost all thought when I saw that.
It's like she feels Iris feels like she can't hold a candle to how Ruby is.
I mean, I know I'm pretty, but also like you're pretty too. Have a little bit of confidence in yourself.
I'm not used to being accepted, so this is all new to me.
Well, I'm
You
sure
and-
you'll get the hang of it.
You and Six don't seem to care that I can change my body and this weird magic. You're even helping me with it. I'm just not used to it at all.
Change can be good sometimes.
Yeah. Do you really go to brothels?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes
I just imagine she's blushing at this point.
Sometimes you just either need to find a man or a woman who will literally rock your evening. It's
Well,
like, it's like Six when she punches things, but in bed.
Oh hey, careless whisper.
Iris is like, I've never done anything like that. Unfortunately, the only time that really anyone showed any interest, turned out he was not exactly a good person, so I didn't. So a little gun shy when it comes to romance or anything like that.
I mean, from what I know, there's two ways you can go about your first time. You can do the way I went, which was I paid somebody to do it for me, and it was still pretty good. Uh, or you could find somebody you love. That part I'm not going to be too helpful on. Sorry.
It's okay. In the end, I guess it's my choice, isn't it? But
Yeah.
if I feel the need to just say fuck it or fuck me, you can probably take me with you.
We'll get you somebody good if you ever come to that choice. All right.
All right.
I'm going to talk with
You
Skull for a little bit, see if he answers, and probably knock out after that.
do you need any clothes fixed? I was gonna go see if Six and Miss see if anyone else needed their clothes fixed.
I should be good right now. I have a change of clothes anyway in case that happens, so I'll let you know.
Okay. And she gets up and before she turns to walk toward the door, she leans down and gives Ruby a little bit of a hug and then slips out the door.
Ruby will turn the hug. I'll be happy about ruining a wholesome moment, guys.
All right. We'll come back to you and Skull there. Will and Bird Buddy. What are you two doing?
Okay, I have to ask. The new page I wrote down were the runes that were written on the deep space runes new ones or ones that Will's already written down.
Uh,
I meant.
well, the one for renewed.
Yeah.
The rune. Yeah, those ones are ones you've written down before. It's the fact that you understand it now is what's most intriguing.
Also, Pringle, check your DMs, please.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Well, if that is the case, Will ends up going to piece of paper that he's written down for, rumors and assumptions. And it's like the list of hearing what passerbys mentioned about the incident in Oakheart Oakheart, and he just adds one thing: Torshavan influence, and even wrote a question mark next to influence.
So you're just going over your notes again?
Yeah, but not too deep, but just thinking about what he ended up learning as of late.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me just a straight investigation check.
You got it. What? 26.
With the 26, um, the recent revelation of the renewed and black serpent flayed repetitively over and over and over again. It's it definitely is something to look into. The fact that there's other runes you haven't quite deciphered, and with the sheer abundance of different types of runes that are applicable in Torshaven between all the different beast skin races, as well as what you could call dialects of differing differing runes between Torshav and Goliath and Advalor and Goliath and Neutral Zone Goliath and abroad. It's definitely something to look into. Given the proximity to Rumbark's Rest and the being near the nation's border, entirely possible.
I have to
But
ask.
like,
Oh, sorry. One last thing.
yeah.
Will still doesn't know much about Necro. Like, I know it's called Necro. He knows it as just a death language from
Yeah.
Torshavn.
Exactly.
Does he know that the rune that he wrote down translates to renewed?
If Bird Buddy had revealed that, then yeah.
Fair enough.
That fucking laugh.
That's a no then.
All right, Bird Buddy, what are you doing? Going through
Sorry.
the instruments.
Yeah. Yeah, working through that. What I'd sent you, and
Mm.
eventually they're going to they'll come up and sneak into the room and poke Will if he's not paying attention.
Huh? He perks up and looks at his petite friend and says, "Yes, Bird Buddy."
Bird Buddy
sorry.
is
Acquaintance.
uncomfortably.
Sorry,
Bird Buddy
acquaintance.
is. It's okay. Bird Buddy is uncomfortably close. And peering over the shoulder at the work that if you have it out, they're gonna be kind of like reading it alongside.
Oh yeah, he has it out. Like, the runes are, stacked on one side, but he's currently working on that paper I mentioned about rumors and assumptions and, just writing down Torshavn influence.
Should I be making a check myself as well, Dan?
Go ahead and give me either Arcana, History, or Religion. Added straight roll.
Straight
Just
roll.
let me know which one you choose. Yep, just let me know which one you're choosing.
Yeah, total of 21 if I go religion.
21 for Religion? Okay.
Yeah.
As you look over the notes, obviously Necro appearing is intriguing. But it's the Black Serpent flayed again. As you kind of go back through what you know about Shadia and the Shadia and the Shadewalkers, you would know that at least as how it's told, Shadia had made a blood pact long time ago to reclaim their city. But that didn't pan out, with it rumored to be within the swamp somewhere. But from what you recall, the bond became uneasy near the end, resulting in Shadia heading into the Feywild. You don't know what happened to Black Serpent.
Okay. BB's gonna go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
I was gonna say BB's gonna translate this the best way they can to Will. Like little words, snippets, sometimes foreign languages.
Will flips the paper over and writes down what he could understand.
Okay. Is that it for you two? You guys get anything?
BB's gonna continually press to keep writing. Like, put another blank paper Just kind of like slide in front of Will. And then say more.
Hey, bird buddy. If I miss anything, you could write down what I missed.
Baby's a little bit confused, but yeah, they're like, they seem enthusiastic about it.
Okay.
And thank you. Maybe one of these days I will tell the girls about it.
Baby is very intrigued, and then Baby also they're intrigued.
I mean, Iris especially. I told you before, back when we were at Pine Hill Farm, that, Iris and I would be at the library occasionally, and she saw me looking through rune books. The least I could do is finally show her why, if that makes sense.
Baby go nods. Definitely nods.
I might stay up for a bit longer and then I'll head to bed.
Baby is just sitting there. They crawl into their own bed, do little crossbird legs and
Well, hop,
kind
hop.
of yeah. Be as
Make a nest.
make a nest and as cutely and as creepily as possible. Just stare at Will.
Will's gotten used to it at this point, would he not? I mean, he's been traveling with this bird for like a week and a half, knows them for like a few days more than that. So,
Mhm.
It's just bird buddy being bird buddy. He's not gonna question it any further.
All right. Yeah, you got anything else there, Will?
Nah, that is all.
Okay. Well, jumping back to Iris and Ruby. Ruby, you've been up late. You can hear maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, Bird Buddy, the scratching of their talons as they hop down the second floor walkway to their room. And as you're just kind of going over your funds and balancing everything, you hear the distinct sound of suckling on fingers. So the right,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the little bit of a sweet roll that Iris has left for Skull is currently being consumed as you watch him appear from the hand out across the arm, the dark, the off gray, ashen, flaky skin, the thin spiderweb red hair, cataract eyes with the subtle green glow, and that golden glow in the center of the forehead. The heavy vegetation covering most of his body as he continues to eat, and he looks to you, looks to Iris. Well, she really knows how to work the shaft, and just continues to eat. Although I'm concerned. And you notice that he's against the wall of that the bed is up against, as far away from Iris as possible.
Can you enlighten me why? Seems the bird's book also doesn't like Iris. This isn't Sylvan, by the way.
She's touched with an unnatural darkness.
Oddly
And he kind
enough,
of
I noticed that
cants
too.
ahead, leans in. How much do you want to know?
Can we help her?
Not unless we know what we're dealing with.
How hard is it going to be to figure that out?
I could help you see, but I'd rather you ask her first. I don't want to intrude.
I don't know her that well yet. She's just so darn sweet, you know?
Yeah. It's a shame. Although you've gotten more chipper the more we've gotten to know each other.
Well, obviously.
Iris has a slight ear twitch, like she can hear them talking, but just not hear. Well, hear Ruby
You can hear
talking,
it,
but
but
it's
you
just
can't
trying to.
understand it.
Yep. So
Or
but
do you
just
mean you could hear it but aren't actually listening?
trying not to listen, basically.
It's in Sylvan anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope I got more chipper. I was kind of a sad kid, you know?
He kind of smiles, and although this is a bit of a dig, he's referred to you. He's referred to you as this a couple times as his beloved rat, both beneath the floorboard. He turns to you. It's hard to go anywhere else but up when you start there.
Yes. And I want to keep climbing until I can help more people.
Well, over the coming days, earn her trust further. I can't do anything else otherwise.
Talking to your mic, hun.
Over the next couple days, earn her trust. I can't help otherwise.
I'll do my best. So did you know the big red with the wings was a scale guard the whole time, or?
How would I put this? When you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Hmm.
Just so you know,
Lands-
honey, your audio quality is dipping.
Yeah. Hold on, let me. How's that?
Better.
You still sound like you're talking through a wet towel.
Son of a whore.
Yes.
How's that?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah,
Way better.
It's a little bit better, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. When you've seen one, you've seen them all, though her troubles could lead to potential.
Potential I want to avoid, or?
That remains to be seen. The half-elven boy.
Will.
He seems to be onto something, and he
With his-
he vanishes before he responds. Before he can respond.
Huh.
And you watch as the little bit of a wrapper just plops onto the bed, leaving a couple crumbs.
She'll pick up the wrapper, put it on the bedside table, and just kind of dust the crumbs off. Iris, I don't know if you're still awake, but he enjoyed your treat.
Iris, give me an intelligence save, please.
Oh, no! No!
Intelligence save. Just pulling up my sheet because I need the modifier.
What have I done?
That is a 18.
18. Okay. The discussion that you had with Ruby, you feel warm as you nod off. You don't hear Ruby mentioning that Skull enjoyed your treat. But as you ponder back to that day again, only a month and a half at most, you are there kneeling, that familiar look of shock across your face. Your father off to the side, with the large, muscularly built man with the golden furred cloak, his back to you. And you hear whispers. I've heard of one of your changes, but what did Reika mean by cardiomorphosis? And before your father can respond, you hear the red-headed individual, the more kitsune, flowing tail, fox woman, clad in a leather jacket, rushes to the cave that you remember coming out of. On their back is a paw print with swirling red lines going up it like a whirlwind. And emerging out of the cave, battered, bloodied, is a long, snowy, white-haired woman. Familiar piercing orange tabaxi-like eyes. Their leather armor is cut up. The bandoliers of daggers draped over one shoulder. And as she collapses out of the mouth of the cave, you see from the shoulders up the neck to the head, down the thighs, are these tiny worm tadpole-like entities trying to eat into her body and into her head. And you wake up and it's daylight. You all receive a warm long rest.
Yeah, there was something that I wanted to do beforehand,
What's up?
but we never got there because
Mm. Well, what's up?
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's move on.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys do now?
Morning ritual.
Morning ritual. All right, send me the number.
I
Morning prayer.
I am going to the blacksmith.
Okay. Let's see here. Characters, do the morning ritual.
I'd like to approach Will after Bird Buddy's thing, if that's okay.
All right.
Oh, this is done. Like in the room, they anybody could come in at this point. They're just, yeah. Oh, to send the roll.
Well, wow.
Oh boy.
As you meditate, you think you're perched in your little nest. Will's still kind of tossing, not necessarily tossing and turning, but he's not quite awake yet. And you set out your book. And you begin to focus. You bring the feather out. And as you focus, the pages flip through almost to the very end of the book. You remember this is roughly where it was the last time you tried to glean anything on Iris. And you see, as blood begins to pool out from the page and shape itself again, the hair is blatantly left bloodless, so it's distinctly not trying not to be red hair. The tabaxi eyes are sharpened. They look battered. These creatures trying to bite into different parts of their body. And as the image fades, a single word appears, much like it has done before. And this word says mother.
Bird
And then
stares at that word for a while. And wait and continues to wait.
nothing else changes. The word fades and goes to a completely blank page.
Everybody is then going to, at that point, close up the book, gather their stuff, and start jumping on Will's bed.
Pawing Loudy.
Yes, exactly.
Morning, Barbuddy. And he slowly sits up, and he goes to grab his papers and puts them back in his bag. Is it breakfast time, or did you want to talk to me?
And then it just runs off.
Fair enough. And he heads downstairs to get breakfast.
All right.
What?
Liz, Six, you said you're kind of waking up really quickly to head to the blacksmith, so we'll come back to you. Liz, do you do anything in particular after Six leaves?
Actually, yes. After I do my prayers, I'm actually going to head out as well. I'm going to go set up the meeting with the magistrate. And
Gotcha.
I'm going to DM you how I put that I request it.
Okay.
Okay?
Can BB tag along if BB sees this?
If BB sees this, yes.
Okay.
Let's see here, because I would say probably around the same time as your ritual
Okay,
that they went out, so I would say you wouldn't.
that's fine.
All right. So go ahead and DM me that, May. Ruby, Iris.
I did want to talk with Will.
Okay.
Iris is gonna take that moment while she goes away to just bathe herself in private and then go downstairs.
Where will be?
At the bar, at the table, getting breakfast.
Yeah, getting breakfast. All of you would see that Six and Liz have already left. But we'll come back to them.
Will?
Yes, Ruby? He said as he looks at her.
She'll kind of lean on the counter. She's not sitting down yet. You know those things you and the bird are looking at?
You noticed?
Yeah. Kind of hard not to when you're surrounded by paper.
I I could have sworn I put those away when I went to bed and was in my room. Whatever. What do you want to know?
Had a chat with somebody.
Your patron, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He said you might be going in the right direction. But that's all he gave me.
Well, I do plan on showing the notes tonight to you four since, well, as you said, Bird Buddy's the only one who knows the most of the extent. Figured you four deserve to know just who you've gotten yourself involved with. And he has his like hands up when gesturing such.
I mean, having a more clear image would be nice.
If you're wondering though, it's runes. Lots and lots of runes.
Yeah, not my particular taste. Well, I'm gonna go do something. I don't know. And she'll walk off to a corner to go like read a book on something. I'll DM
Okay.
it on.
After breakfast, I make up some plans to talk to Lieutenant Registrar, but not yet.
Okay. All right.
I said his name wrong, didn't I?
Ravenstar.
Ravenstar. Sorry. Shit.
Mr. Pretentious name himself.
Mr. Pretentious name, yes.
With the lack of Big Red and Angry Red, BB is going to sit next to Iris.
All right. Alrighty. So jumping over to where'd I put that? Okay.
With the lack of Big Red and Angry Red. That's our new names.
Oh dear. I'm sorry for laughing out loud, but that just took me by surprise. So you said that you're sitting next to Iris?
Yes.
All right.
Like,
Iris is kind of.
If they sit in a booth, they're going to sit like close enough to like shoulder to shoulder, so to speak. Except taller, but still kind of like the comforting gesture of needing somebody close.
Oh, hey. She's been nursing her some more mead just to help calm her nerves from the dream. Hey, buddy. Did you at least sleep well?
They kind of shrug a little.
Yeah. That really was interesting last night. On top of that weird fight. Not exactly what I had anticipated my first real big adventure would be. Did you have anything you wanted to discuss with me, or are you just checking in on me?
BB just gives Iris a big hug.
Iris turns and gives it right back. I'll never turn down a big hug. You know a little bit more about magic stuff, don't you?
They kind of like do the gesture again.
Well,
and like a little bit, but not Not as much as people think.
Just trying to understand some things, and then she reaches back and pulls out her magic focus, that cold iron rod with the crystal on the end. It's like, I wonder if there's something might tell me if this is something.
Okay, hold on just a second. And you said it's just like a little wand.
It's a rod. It's in between a wand and a scepter kind of a size, and it's this cold iron that looking thing that goes up to a prismatic crystal on the top, and she kind of spins it in her hand. It's like, I stole this from the monsters, and I've been able to use my spells through it, but I just don't know what it is. I'm just kind of brute forcing it through.
Evie raises their like little feather hand, and they show the ring. They point at the ring.
That's a nice ring.
Appraise.
Yeah, I can get it appraised.
Or I guess they say also the word information.
Okay. Do you need to? Is there a place here, or?
Maybe is yes. Maybe like nods, yeah, and yes, and yeah, but that whole thing.
Well, think you could show me the way, and the more I know, the more I can understand. Unless you want to eat first, of course.
BB has already eaten at this point.
All right.
That's gonna be the plan then for her.
Okay. All right. So we'll jump over to Angry Red. uh, 6. You find yourself back outside the familiar forge of Mineral Works. The where did I put it? The half orc woman is beginning to unlock the door as you approach. Hey, I got partway through your order. What brings you back here?
I need to use your tools. Is that cool?
Give me a persuasion check.
Uh, super good at those.
How's that charisma helping you out?
Miss being a bard yet?
I miss being a bard every goddamn day. You have no fucking clue. Especially like it's a straight fucking roll, okay? It is just a D. That's a 19, but it's just a straight D20.
Okay. uh, well, come on in if you don't mind. If I could see what you're working with, I might be able to help you out a little.
I could definitely
But
use the hand. I mean, I've only got a bit of cursory knowledge, but maybe enough to jury rig something that I'm working with here. And she is still wearing the gauntlets, but there's very obvious damage on one of them.
there's a slight smirk, noticing the gauntlets as she beckons you inside. I see you got your hands on his hands.
Yeah, he put his hands on me, so I took them.
Deserved, frankly. Come on. So, are you trying to work with these gauntlets? Do you have some kind of a plan? Or... Like building your own weapon?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's. All right, look, I really haven't shown anybody these, but like as like I'm coming in, but I'll. I guess you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna lead her back into her own forge,
Okay.
and kind of set the gauntlets down like on one of the work tables, and kind of like move them aside and pull my blueprints out of my bag, and kind of
All
like
right.
open them up and use like a ball peen to hold down one corner, some scrap metal for another, like an inkwell for another.
All right. So as you unfurl these blueprints, um, you haven't looked at them in detail since you were incarcerated. But as soon as you set it out, the very familiar runes that are unknown to you in terms of origin, um, you can see the makings of some kind of signature in the corner. Uh, Runes in different colors along each side. One pink, one purple, one blue, one light green, one dark green, and one red. And there's a couple that are question marked. Um, but as you look through the blueprints with Katuri, she's incredibly intrigued, and that's not Ad Valoran.
No, I got these from a guy from Zadaleth, but like obviously I'm not going to be able to make this out of those, but it's a kind of what I'm working with, and I guess this is kind of the prototype that I'm going for. Um, Honestly, that big bastard gave me a pretty good base to work with, so uh, honestly, I want to get rid of the spikes, because that's just fucking tacky. Fix the damage, make them fit a bit better on my arm, because they're made for his. Mine are, and well, I'm sizable, but not a minotaur. So
Okay. Well, we've got to definitely have a good base to work with. If you're trying to build this, given the dimensions, we could. I'm not much for enchanting weapons. I just go with the base groundworks for enchanted items later. It looks like this will need to be enchanted for full function, but making the fingers out of the rounded part of the knuckles would be pretty straightforward. We should be able to salvage some scrap. If you really want to get into it, we could. When I close up shop later tonight, we can really hammer stuff out. But in the meantime, I can use these blueprints to make a rough sketch of what we work with later tonight. If that's okay.
yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be like like done in a couple of hours. I know that, but I definitely want to get this done before I have to cave someone else's face in.
Well, since we have malleable material, we should be able to get it done later this afternoon after I close up. I'll be willing to help you. In terms of enchantment, you'll need to find someone proficient with gemstones, enchanting, jewel crafting, and you might have to figure out what language those runes are in. I don't recognize them.
Yeah, this is going to be a hell of a project, but if all else, if it works, they're going to revolutionize what I do. I mean, all I've ever known is caving people's faces in, so being able to do it more efficiently, that's really going to go over well.
Sounds like a plan. All right. I close up shop around just after dinner time. So if you want to come by then,
All right.
I
I mean, I don't really have anything else planned throughout the day. I mean, it's pretty early morning. Do you mind if I at least get started on setting things up, prep work?
Yeah, sure. Grab. Go ahead and look through some of the shelves for materials and hammers. We can set those aside. Um, Unfortunately, with your order and a couple of the orders I have left for the Legion, we won't be able to fire the forge until tonight, though.
All right, fair enough. Okay, I'll be out of your hair in just a few minutes here.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Can it be something else?
Mm-mm.
That low, huh?
Oh,
It's-
6.
It's a 12. It's 11 plus 1.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
6.
While you've worked the forge a forge a couple times before going into the quarry to just hit shit as you've been so proficient with your whole life. It While you're able to find everything you need, it's recognizing the tool, but you're able to get the hammer set aside. uh, you find a slightly dusted vise in the corner that you clean up to make sure none of the dust catches. You kind of drag the table a bit closer. Buckets, raw iron, just has a to work with as a backup in case you might screw it up later. But with Katuri's help, you should be okay.
All right, so after, setting up prep work, and before I head out, I'm at least going to use the light of the forge after all that, like, pulling stuff around, lifting stuff, and what have you, to make sure that my stitching didn't pop.
Yeah, it's fine. It's raw. It's really rough medicine that you did on yourself.
Ugh.
Um,
Ugh.
Especially considering you used some stray thread from the mattress of your bed to weave it through. But you're good.
Ooh.
How's it looking? Does this look infected to you?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
Hold on, let me give Katuri a check. Hmm. Well, it's
Hmm.
n not the worst I've seen. And she takes a couple steps back and grabs a large poker out of the forge that
Yep.
she might be working some kind of spear.
Okay, go ahead.
Ready?
Go ahead. Yep. Go, 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 go.
Oh no.
Just
Go, go,
right
go.
into your presses it right into your flesh. The smell of the burning thread and skin immediately overpowering the smells of the forge.
So that is a 10 on
Oh.
the composure check. So I assume it'd just be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. With that, you've set everything up. You got a little bit more of a medicine check done. And start heading back to the tavern to meet up with everybody.
Oh, that's
Uh,
brisk.
Liz.
Mm-hmm.
uh, After as you kind of work your way through the city, you go to check the barracks and the palace grounds, and you receive word that the Topaz Magistrate um, is actually staying in his airship as to not impose upon the Lord and the people of Oriaceste. And you make your way down to the very southwestern corner, about here. And you see the roughly 70-foot tall, elongated, egg-shaped airship dock. The sloop-like body of the airship with the masts that stick out from the bow and stern at an angle to allow for a large blimp-like a large blimp-like balloon to keep it airborne. You can see on the back of the stern, just beneath the mast, is large, very thin discs of gemstone that are used as the propulsion of the ship. As you make your way up the familiar architecture of one of these airship docks, you get to the landing just before it gets up to the unloading bay, and you are met with a fairly large, but still a little bit shorter than you, burly individual, head to toe in metal. You can see the ornate brass armor accented with bits of pink across the gauntlets and across the pauldrons. While scale guard, you would remember, typically have the more elven-esque face mask for extending it back into the more draconic styles of the horns in the back. This mask is entirely draconic, familiar to you, with a very cold stare with just enough light to see their eyes peeking from behind it. What business do you have here? And they pull out a large halberd and stick it in the ground.
I want it noted that Liz, if they look at her hands shake just enough to be visible.
Oh, baby.
Can you let the Pink Magistrate, Neosefera, know that later the Crimson Waste is requesting an audience?
Give me a persuasion check. Add advantage.
Add advantage, okay.
We like advantage.
We do like advantage. I'm so good at persuasion, guys.
So, except when the advantage is still shit.
Is it another 2 weeks with the Kimber?
It's a 12.
Okay.
Plus.
Okay.
It's
Is
12
it 12
total.
total?
It's a higher than
Yeah.
10.
Oh.
It's higher than 10. We're okay.
My persuasion is +1, John.
Yeah. There is a bit of a tightening of his hand, of this individual's hand on the halberd, as you request this. Very well. And you hear he taps the halberd twice, and you watch as another individual, clad in the same armor, same long, thinly veiled tan cloak adorning the back, steps out. He, and he muffles under his breath in Elvish. The other individual nods, and he turns back to you. Will 3 p.m. Be okay?
Gives me time to go collect my associates. And I tell them how many there will be.
Fair enough. You can leave. The magistrate's unfortunately very busy.
You can leave.
I understand. And I don't turn my back to these guys until I'm off the ship.
Okay. As you back up, pretty much to the steps, you kind of feel with your back foot that the back portion of your back talon,
Mm-hmm.
doing your best to keep your composure around the personal guard of the magistrates and the quote-unquote coding you had to speak in rattling in the back of your head. You
Oh,
take a couple
shit.
steps and run.
Yep. I rolled a 2 on my composure check.
Yep.
I'll be right back.
I run until I'm back in the room. Like I walk through the door and I'm just in the room.
Okay. I would say it's about roughly 6 you would be back in, and the rest of you watch as Liz, right into the tavern, speeds past you. It starts making it for the stairs.
Oh, I'd probably I'd probably be like back in the room at this point, like just
Okay.
checking out this new burn scar that I've got because that's cool.
You gave it to yourself.
No, I
Oh
didn't.
boy.
You could have said no.
So when Liz bursts back into the room, she doesn't even look at you, Six. She like wedges herself between the bed and the wall.
You good? Haven't seen you. Fuck. Haven't seen you this fucking scared since I kicked your ass, frankly. What's up?
Just give me a little bit.
Okay.
And she's breathing heavily. Just we've got an audience with the magistrate.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be something horrifying, like you met your dad in the street or something.
I wouldn't know him from anybody else.
Yeah, I'm just kind of worried considering your skin condition.
Hmm?
Which one of your parents was the dragon?
I wouldn't know.
It's not, no.
Like that's how it works, right? Like
My parents would have either been like part dragonborn.
okay, so it's not like some like
No.
okay, that's relieving. For the sake of brevity, Six is just gonna like ask loads of really inappropriate questions, which hopefully the primary target is to alleviate Liz's anxiety by distracting her with a whole lot of racist questions.
Six, please.
Is that technically speciest questions?
I mean, Dragonborn is a race.
A
now,
race.
Yeah.
It's fantasy racism, Twitch. Okay, it's fantasy racism.
Yeah,
The amount of
that
secondhand
being
embarrassment.
that being said, Six, give me an insight check to see how close you toe the line.
Yeah, I'm gonna like just barely toe the line between extraordinarily offensive and genuine curiosity.
I hear.
Yeah, gonna
She
toe the line
whispered
somewhere
it.
between Burt Kreischer and Bill Burr kind of levels of joke.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, like I think more like 80s George Carlin.
Oh God.
Liz, after a little bit, she does come out from between the bed and the wall. She sits on the bed, but you can still see a noticeable shake of the hands.
That's a 24. Like it's right there on the line.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, like Liz, you can absolutely tell that while she is being very much racist, she is also actually curious. But you'll also get the sense that she is actively trying to help in her own way.
Yeah. Lightening the mood.
Eventually, Liz does laugh at it a little bit. Like it's pained, it's strained. Her wings are tucked close. It almost looks like she's ready to bolt again for a little bit.
You good?
Yeah.
You know, they're just people, right? Like, you can... They're just people. People bleed.
It's not me I'm worried about.
So what do you mean it's not you? Is it me? Are you afraid I'm gonna kick their ass?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
There are important people to me back home. And if I mess up, if I step a toe out of line, wing, I don't know what happened.
So we shouldn't tell them about the paperwork. Got it. Yeah. No, we'll leave the blood magic out of it too. I got you, Red. I got you.
I know that Niosei is generally a good person, but I still can't help but feel some distrust for everyone.
So, just to stay clear, should I leave this here? And she'll pull out Finger's dossier out of her jacket.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave that here.
Just
I'll put it in my bag and stuff the bag under the bed.
I don't think they will search our things, but
Well, I mean, I've got no reason to bring my bag with me anyway. It's only got a bit of cash and some kelp in it.
oh, did you want to try the spicy kelp that I made?
I kind of do.
Let's
but you're
take it downstairs.
Yeah, you're not gonna light me on fire again, are you?
I mean, I used a light dusting of my spices.
All right, 'cause, I can handle some spicy. Just that was intense, and I mean, as you've already seen, I've already burned myself today, so I don't need that.
What did you do?
It was that fight with the big guy yesterday. He got a cheap shot on me, and I had to handle that.
I wish I could still heal. One of the things I miss.
Yeah, you and me both. Because otherwise I wouldn't have had to have a much larger orcish woman stick me with a flaming hot, I don't know, a future spear, poker. That sucked. It's still a little tender.
I mean, in any other case, you probably would have liked an orcish woman sticking you, but...
First off, fuck you. Secondly, you're not wrong. Food. Let's go get some food.
God damn it, Mabel!
Oh, I fucking love these two. But it is with this as you guys come back down, finish conversation, minor conversations, and a late breakfast with the rest of your party members, that Lorcus starts coming through the front door. Let me. Lorcus, Rose.
Oh, Rose, are you? There you are.
I'm here.
There we
I'm
go.
present.
Yep. The party has had a rather interesting morning. And as you
Right.
finished up at your shop, getting your game plan going in terms of eventually opening it, you've come to rejoin them.
Morning.
You all look like you've had a day.
It's definitely a Tuesday. I was not expecting to see you again, honestly.
Well, we are confined in a town. It wouldn't be too hard.
I mean, fair point, but wasn't expecting our paths to cross again so soon.
All chums, I suppose. Well, hope your day hasn't been too rough on you.
It's
I've
been
just been,
a little
a
little rough, but it is what it is. What can we do for you? You here to join us for, what is it, breakfast, lunch,
Sure.
brunch?
Liz thinks about ordering coffee, but decides against it. Don't need any more anxiety for the day.
Deciding against coffee, and meanwhile Six is just simply like, the fuck is brunch?
Forget brunch.
what?
What's dinner?
Look, I had 3 square meals a day. None of those 3 was brunch.
Oh.
Brunch is a
So-
mixture between breakfast and lunch. It's the time in between.
So it's
For
like
everyone else has been
So it's like second breakfast.
Pretty much.
Is it second breakfast or
Um,
11sies?
Depends on if it's closer to lunch or breakfast. Second breakfast would be probably around 9 to 10, while 11sies would be around 11.
Makes sense.
By the
Also,
way,
for
go ahead.
everyone else's benefit, we have a meeting to go to at 3 p.m., so make sure you're ready for that.
And
Well-
I will be returning to the room late. By the way, Red, I've got some business to take care of at the blacksmith.
Okay.
Ladies, before you all go, there's something important I need to tell you. I have some papers that I want to show you that more or less involve my past. Bird Buddy knows about it, and I want to show you in case you see me working on them.
Oh god, he's infected.
Infected? Is he sick?
Oh well, I mean, I assume he's coming out.
Coming out of where?
The closet is
The closet, yeah.
Why would he be in the closet? That's where you
That's
put
a
your
thing
clothes.
we'll explain
I'm
later
not
on, Liz.
I'm not gay, Six.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh well, he's
The
he said he had
closet
an-
is basically the metaphorical not wanting to open up about your homosexuality. That's what it is.
Yeah, like you said, he had an announcement that he had papers. I don't know. I guess I assume
He's
that he.
talking about that thing he's working with the bird.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, anyway,
Which
go
is
ahead.
why I
Alright.
which is why I plan on telling you all tonight. It has something to do with my past. And I also want to say that before I accompany you to see the Pink Magistrate, I'm gonna go talk to the lieutenant.
All right, fair enough.
And I will make sure to ask him about Mr. Choristus 6.
Thank you. And sorry, I kind of assumed. I guess my radar is way off. Yeesh.
No, it's fine.
Awkward.
Radon?
I'll explain it later.
You all are so confusing.
That's the point. Can I see the wound on 6? Is that visible?
Yeah, she's probably letting it breathe.
BB's already been attempting to poke it.
Jeez.
Before you get a feather in that thing, do you want me to take care of it?
I mean, if you can't.
That's what she said.
Easy, it's still tender. I kind of like doing like little slappies with the feathers.
I can heal that if you want. I have the ability.
Have you ever healed me before?
I think I have, but I don't think you were conscious for it.
It's actually very soothing.
Oh, so you're telling me I didn't have to stick a needle in myself or a hot iron?
I mean, I didn't realize you did those things. You kind of just...
Ugh, son
But
of
yeah.
and then a distance a glass breaks.
Ooh.
Liz clamping a hand over the ear that's next to 6.
Both ears are down, and Iris is holding them down.
They're there?
yeah, I could definitely use a bit of heals.
I guess this is a lesson in ask before you do.
Yes, it would be.
Look, I've never had
just-
to depend on anyone before.
Well, I've
Which
got
is
you.
completely fair.
Just lean back a little.
Yep. And she'll just pull up the shirt and just... I don't think you've ever been this close to abs.
Not anyone she's been around. Or, not her first time, definitely not, because she does go to brothels, but not for this extended a period of time. with
You
the
could
same
shave deli meat with these things.
person. Oh, I know.
Damn.
I know. I just gotta pick which one I want to use.
Which ab?
But of course, which ab do I want to use?
No, which meat we're gonna grind on it?
Wills.
Oh.
As long as it's
No.
disinfected.
Oh. Okay. When she has 6 lean back enough, she'll do the same she has before. She'll put her hand over, and that same, the same drip comes down and lands on it to heal it, which is the healing elixir spell. Two threes, that's 6 plus 2, 8 HP back to you.
So you did healing elixir, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
With the dripping coming down
Yeah.
from her hand into 6, and it's green,
Yeah.
like normal.
Yeah, 6. You'll see as Ruby kind moves her hands just over the wound as you kind of lean back. You'll see almost like water dripping out of the palm of the hand with a little bit shimmering green light to it. And as it pools across the burn and where these stitches were, you watch as the burn begins to dissipate, but then you feel the little lingering bits of thread that were in your skin get pushed out as they just fall to the floor.
Ah, that's
So
itchy.
But yeah, you watch as the green light disperses through the burn and it slowly vanishes.
So, if I can build on that a bit, DM. So, with each drop as it like hits the healing wound and the burn begins to dissipate, the way that the wound begins to dissipate is like each drop, it's sort of like it almost peels away the wound itself. It's sort of like a prosthetic slowly falling off, and underneath is just healed flesh.
No scar.
No scar.
And she'll brush away what's the stitches that are left, and she'll be like, "There you go, all done."
Thank
No
you.
scar to show for it either.
I know, it's kind of disappointing, but at least it doesn't hurt.
I mean, at that point, just get it tattooed on.
Appreciate it, Tits. Thanks. And she'll put her shirt down.
Tits
Thanks.
instead of toots.
I heard toots, so
I heard
Tits.
I
heard
said
I heard tits.
I said tits.
Oh, Liz does give 6 a small piece of the dried spicy kelp.
All right, so how do I eat this thing? Do I like roll it up or like cut it to pieces or just like?
Well, it's dried. You can have it with. I think there's some places that put rice on it. But
Yeah,
you can just eat it like chip.
Yeah, they did that in Frostlinus. They'd have it like actually, it'd be wrapped around like a ball of rice. It was really interesting. I gotta show you someday.
There's a
that,
sweet
that sounds
I remember
interesting.
There's a sweet that I remember from home. I crave it every day.
Let's see. What do we got for breakfast here? What can we garnish this with? DM, what are we having for breakfast? Brunch.
Brunch.
Dinner.
Dinner.
I will.
Winter chicken dinner.
Yeah.
What do you say, Ruby?
Well, DM is responding already.
You do see that while this is still very much while the helm, Liz would recognize this, while the helm is very much functional, because this also doubles as the pauldron also doubles as a tavern. The food is more than just rations. You do see the biggest thing for today's special is fried. What is it? It is fried venison strips, like bacon, strewn over a bed of sunny side up eggs that have been pierced, so all the yolk kind of spills out to the side, garnished with some bread on the side and what looks to be torn up grain flanking on it. Not chives.
Rosemary?
Veggies. Yeah, rosemary. There you go.
A rosemary is a seasoning. It's
Yeah.
kind of difficult to chew, but fair enough. Yeah, give me another sliver of the kelp there. I'm gonna do a thing with this, make it a little easier. But as she's doing that, she's gonna get a bit of egg on the piece of bread, some venison bacon on there, and then the first strip of kelp there, and kind of like make little half sandwiches out of it, and then dip in the yolk and eat it that way.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, you're getting us all hungry now.
Man, you're gonna make me go eat my last bagel.
Bitch, I know how to cook, okay? I know how to cook.
This is why I'm eating with a bowl of chips in front of me. I knew I was gonna get hungry.
Listen,
The southern's coming out again.
yeah, listen, motherfucker. You want to know how to eat? You let me cook.
There's a reason
Yeah.
I put on 30 pounds. There's a reason I put on 30 pounds in the last year. Just saying.
Now I'm full. I just had a cold pizza with an absurd amount of hot sauce on it.
Absurd.
So yeah, I'm basically having like this is basically fantasy Waffle House,
Open face sandwiches.
complete with a bar fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use this this tavern as the index then, when it's safe to go outside.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, I suppose we could just like refer to it as the Awful Waffle.
Oh my god.
Liz, as the lunch goes on, Liz relaxes a little bit, though her wings are still held very tightly.
Mm.
The awful waffle index. Is it
Do
open?
I-
You're safe to go outside.
Do I notice that Liz is a bit tense?
I mean, she did burst into the tavern, not even notice you guys, and came back down still.
Yeah. You would. Yeah.
Okay, so it's obvious. Got it.
It came back obviously less tense and probably a little offended.
Yeah. Iris is gonna go up to Lorcas like, so how's the shops turning out?
Lord.
Rose.
Yes? Sorry, I didn't hear anybody addressing me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Iris said went up to Lorcas like, so how's the shop turning out? Is it almost ready?
Oh yes, I just need to get a few more ingredients that I couldn't find in the shops or in the wild around. I suppose I should wait for any traveling merchants.
Whoa.
What is that?
Avoid gaming. Thank you for the follow.
you're
Gotta follow.
Yeah, sorry.
think
I was just addressing someone that it gave me a follow, and I was gonna cut off roleplay. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna mute up in Discord and give them the shout out that they deserve. But yes, thank
Fair
you,
enough.
Void Gamington, for the follow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Iris is like, so do you have a name for your shop?
Hold on, give me a moment.
Gotta slide into the DMs real quick.
I was
know
not
what you're
expecting
talking
that
about.
conversation. Yeah.
I was not expecting that conversation. Yeah, no.
We have not been addressing you. You need to be part of the conversation.
I'm still working on it.
Uh, I get it. I really can't offer much. My father's had our family name on it. It was Falls Fountain of Potions and Elixirs. So maybe something clever like that.
True, but mine is not exactly a family business, so I don't think I could just slap my family name on there.
That's a shame, but maybe with this adventuring I could. Well, I don't know. I'm sure you'll figure something out. She kind of like she realized how awkward this conversation was and quickly sees her way out of it.
This was an awkward conversation, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not prepared for this. It is very easy to zone out if you're not part of anything for 2 hours.
Not
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah, sorry, we tried to reel you in.
not gonna lie,
Yeah.
Liz, with the, not absolutely dousing this thing in whatever the fuck that is in that jar. It's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I bet, yeah, let's, should definitely mix up some of these spices, like, together to make sort of like a blend. And call it Slap Your Mama.
Uh,
I know, Angel.
why would you? I mean,
Because it's so good, it makes you want to slap your mama.
It's a phrase.
an odd phrase.
Am I like the
Oh.
only foreigner here? Is everyone here from this continent?
No.
Yes, I am from this continent. I just
Yes. Yes.
Not
I'm
used to
I'm from a
speaking
backwoods. I
Well, yeah, I mean, like you're from the Beastlands up north, right?
no, I'm from Ramberg's Rest where we're going.
Oh, okay. The
Maybe
ears.
it's just sitting there and tilting their head at you, like, what?
Oh, so, okay. A show of hands. How many of you are from Redania?
Everyone raises their
Will
hand.
raises his hand.
Literally everybody.
I am the minority.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, special privileges.
That's not how that works, Six.
I just hang. Why would you want to slap
It's okay.
your mother?
All right. So, as you've probably seen in my file, I'm from Sadaleth. It's a turn of phrase in there.
Really?
It's not literally going to make you want to slap your mother. It just means that it's very good. It's very tasty. It's flavorful. It's very bold.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Liz,
Yes.
could I have a couple?
Of course.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. We'll, because it is 9 o'clock, we will push through brunch. You guys have a nice, healthy appetite of Slappy Mama breakfast sandwiches.
Well, after that, we'll get up. I better go before it's too late to go.
By the way, guys,
see you later.
not sponsored by Slap Your Mama.
That's a brand?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is. I have it in
Yes.
my kitchen.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes,
is.
it is. I have it in my kitchen too.
It's an actual spice.
Yeah, it is. It's a spice blend.
Oh, I was thinking of
The more you know.
flat.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
it's an actual thing.
yeah. Next time you come over, Cupid, I'll show you. It's right there in the kitchen, right above the stove.
It is so good on ribs.
It's good on everything.
It's good
It must
on
be nice to have ribs.
All right, let's
Write
bring
it in.
it
Write
in.
it in.
All right, so Will's gonna be heading to speak with Ravenstar. Anyone tagging along with him? Who's else doing other things?
We're gonna
Uh,
get back in time for the meeting of Pinky, right?
Yeah, I'd figure at least you guys would plan, be like, all right,
Is
we'll meet at their
is
ship dock.
I'll go with
this
Will.
is this the guy that sent
Yes,
all
it
the?
is.
I'm going.
So
I'm
Okay.
going
me
to keep.
6.
I guess I'm
Uh
going to
oh.
keep 6 from punching people too hard.
Well,
You know her
you
so
want
well.
do you want to
Will
make you guys want
Will
to make this
looks
just a group endeavor? Everybody
Yeah.
goes.
I might as well make this a
Alright.
group endeavor, and if anything, it's gonna be like I'm there, and everyone else is just there to make sure I don't kill the guy.
Hey, I'm not gonna go there for a legitimate reason.
Okay, Will's there for a legitimate reason. I'm there to kick his ass.
I'm there because I'm
Alright.
nosy.
But yeah,
Alright.
either
I
way,
am
I feel
going.
like Will would look at Six and say, "Are you certain you want to go? From what I heard, the guy's a prick.
Yes.
Oh.
Promise me you will not try to punch him within the first 10 minutes."
I won't do that.
Understandable.
BB, I'm sending you something.
Whether or not she means that she won't punch the guy in the first 10 minutes or she won't promise that she won't punch the guy in the first 10 minutes is unclear.
And Will understands regardless.
Hey Liz, how good is your strength?
Are you asking this in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Not good enough to hold 6 back.
But yeah. Will would say, "I'll ask the questions first." That sound good?
You got 10 minutes.
Fair enough.
Let me know when everybody's filing out the door.
It would be now.
As y'all are filing out the door, Baby's gonna hang in the door, wait a minute, and then just kind of look back in. And then just stare. A little back a little bit. And take note of faces.
Okay.
What did Bird Buddy see?
So as you as you all head, 'cause the tavern is about here, so you all head west, following Will's lead. You get to the central gates and then cut south. And it's a very similar setup to how the main barracks and quote unquote palace are in Trustfell down here. But you would notice as you approach that there's a lack of the old brutish palisades of the more Torshaven Juan Guard style. It's predominantly completely devoid, with the exception of a little bit the exterior of the city as a whole, given that Oriaceste was built mostly by the neutral zone over the years. And as you guys make your way through the main barracks doors, you can see a set of stairs that lead up and then branch to either direction along the back wall and then funnel back towards you. And as you follow Will up, hang the left, and then cut down a side hallway, you get to the end of the hall. So about here,
Okay.
looking west, and you approach. You can see a couple of members of the teeming legion are standing the post. One of them looks to be a bit of a recruit. The other one looks fairly seasoned. And they knock on the door before opening it for all of you.
Thank you. Will then does the salute and says, "May the morning star guide you."
You as well.
Can I
he
wink at
salutes-
one of them?
Which one do you wink at?
The newer one.
All right, hold on.
Is this the same private from before?
No, you're no, not the one you threatened.
Okay. All right.
There is a slight as you all pass through Ruby, you kind of shoot the quick wink, and you see just the slightest shift in his stance. and he kind of tilts the head away a little bit. And as the door closes, you see the more seasoned guy kind of sidestep over and punch him in the shoulder really quick to get him back at attention. um, but as you all enter, there is a moderately ornate chandelier above the desk in the central area. Similar setup to how Lieutenant Lancer had her office. You would notice that the bookcases are a fairly bit ornate, more elven. And there, sitting at his desk, is a fairly stern expression, jet black haired elven man, estimated probably early 200s. Uh, the pristine black hair, piercing blue eyes, um, dark green leather armor adorned with the traditional cloak um, across his back rather than over the shoulder. And he's got his fingers kind of steepled. He's waits for you all to enter, and the door closes. Well, good morning. I had received word from Octavia that you were all to be arriving soon.
We were. And Will does a salute and says, Lieutenant Ravenstar, Private Thoric Wilhelm of the Trustville branch.
Pleasure. Octavia speaks highly of you. Now, she had mentioned in the correspondence that you all were expecting the names.
We were. One specific one, if it was there.
Which one might that be?
Very Christus, sir.
Very Christus. And you see him open up a drawer, pulls out a sheet. Well, they weren't a member of the party, and he sets it down, shuts the drawer, and goes over to the bookcase. You can see him pull out a large tome. And you notice in in common there's a single letter K on the back of the spine. He flips it open. Do you have the spelling?
Six
I
will
do.
spell it.
K-A-R-I-S-T-U-S.
I was gonna say Six will spell it because
Right.
she actually has the
Sorry.
name.
Right, sorry.
You're good. Christus K-A, okay. Yeah, he thumbs through a couple pages. Well, they were never enlisted in my branch. I'm not sure if they might be a mercenary. But they're never enlisted here. And he shuts the book, puts it back under the shelf.
Insight.
Go ahead. Anyone who wants to give me one, give me an insight.
Me.
I'll
Gladly.
do it too.
21 total.
Okay.
You said insight, DD?
Insight.
Do I
18.
get to roll insight or what's up?
Yeah. If anyone who
Right.
wants to roll insight, go ahead and roll it.
I got an 18.
24.
That's not good. Yeah, I'm not beating that regardless. I got a 4 on the d20.
23.
Oh, honey.
23.
22.
Okay. 23, 24, 22, 21. 4 plus something. With the group check, you are all able to tell that he is in fact telling the truth. And you would notice that while as he says it, he has that familiar edging on apathetic demeanor, but it's more stern and militaristic, not necessarily apathetic.
So it's not that he doesn't care, it's just business.
Yeah. And as he closes the tome, puts it back on the shelf, he goes back behind his desk but doesn't stand. This is the list of the casualties as well as the survivors. The survivors are down in the medical wing, back on the first floor to the east.
Would we be able to come
Are
back
they?
and speak with them?
I'm sorry, what was that, Liz?
Would we be able to come back and speak with them later?
If you feel the need to speak with them, of course.
Let me get that list of
They
casualties.
I
Okay.
wanted to check him out first.
they know
I
me.
will.
I could speak with them. You guys.
Ooh, excuse me. Let's see here.
One of us will come with you just in case.
I'm going to give everybody access to the list here.
Okay.
Thank you. Most kind.
All right.
And you would see that as the list gets passed around, it has names, surnames, tribe names in place of surnames, potential list of survivors, and also known associates, at least as at a very, very base level, to the point that Will, you would recognize the name of a Trudy Beckner, who was actually enlisted at roughly the same time, and it was during a collaborative training that you met her.
And this was from the casualties.
She is a casualty, yes.
Do I roll a composure check or?
I wouldn't say. I would say no. You didn't really have that many interactions with her. Maybe one or two.
Right,
It's
understandable.
more like a, oh, she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, upon reading that name, he gives out a sigh. He may not have known her that well, but it is a shame that he can see a face to that name.
The survivors, they haven't had any given you any trouble, have they, sir?
They have not. No. They're over the last couple. The only trouble we've had over the last couple days in any kind of regard to Rembark's Rest. There was screams of pain coming from Ten Belly Bakery to the west. When it was investigated, the matron of the restaurant said that she had suffered what she described as a severe headache. But otherwise, there was no intrusion. She wasn't wounded. I will need a composure check from you, Iris.
Liz is
Yeah.
also raising her hand.
Specifically, I would like to insight check Iris in that interaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 15
That's
plus 5.
that is.
Oh, a dirty 20.
It's a straight. What's the composure roll for? I mean,
Straight-
I meant what do I need to? Just
straight
straight.
D20.
Just
All
straight.
right. That's a 13.
Okay. I would say you'd probably be a little rattled, but if you want to tell what the rest of the party might be able to glean from that with their insights. But nothing to break down by any means.
Iris, the fact that migraines and psychic damage are something very familiar to her, and she could tell. You can see that her hand kind of clenches up just for a second, and that's how it usually starts. Just keep an eye, especially at night.
Understood. I can have a couple soldiers on extra watch. At a distance as to not worry her.
Probably good. Just they don't like the sunlight.
Understood.
And you could tell that she's agitated a little bit, like her tail's twitching.
Is there?
Go ahead, Ruby.
Thank you. Is there any other information that we should know of Rimbark's Rest currently that you feel would be pertinent to share? Since
Well,
we're looking into it.
if you all do intend to head up there, what the survivors have told me is the town's been completely overrun with goblins. They tend to stay closer to the city square, just off of the main road.
Dang it.
And obviously, you saw the report regarding the darkened tendrils. Um, and but they did say the vegetation near a cave entrance was beginning to rot away, and the goblins seem to have been aware of it, and they stay on the southern side of the square from the cave. It's almost as if they're on the defense.
How close are the caves to Renberg's Rest?
The cave in question is about
It's
100 feet from an old alchemy shop at the north end.
it's just inside of the Thundering Thicket edge.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. Thank you.
So, this list is the entirety of the party, both survivors and the casualties, correct?
Yes.
So, we still have nothing on Carestas.
But we do know
Not
that
as
he
I'm
wasn't
aware.
involved in this.
One more time, May?
But we do know that he wasn't involved in this.
Yeah, that's true, but as Sarah said, he was heading that way. I mean, the note that very left said that he was going that way. So, where is he?
I mean,
We'll press on to Rembark's Rest after getting some information from the magistrate.
I gotta find this kid.
We'll find him, Six. Don't worry.
And we'll find out what the hell's going on in Rembark's Rest.
Alright, I think I'm done here. Fuck.
We have another meeting to go to. Unfortunate.
Okay.
well,
Thank you, sir, for your information.
Of course, anyone who's willing to head in that direction without orders, quite earning of respect, if you ask me.
It's my home. That was my territory, left to me by my mother. I have to.
Me give them something real quick. Come on, phone. The the rotting of the vegetation has me worried. To properly prepare, I would recommend going to a shop on the north end of the southeastern district. The large tower, about 3 stories tall, of mud. They might have candles or ritualistic tokens to help cleanse the area. At the very least, protect you all.
Thank you, sir.
He salutes. Yeah, he salutes you. Now,
Will salutes back.
you are welcome to speak with the survivors. You can get their first-hand accounts if need be. Thank you for, I'd say volunteering, but thank you for your efforts.
no problem.
Will just nods.
Iris bows her head and then walks out.
You know, for the record, I was told that you'd be a difficult man to deal with. I fully came here prepared to kick your ass. I'm really glad I
Well,
didn't have to.
he chuckles. It's like, well, you didn't enter this office in cuffs. While I don't share the apathetic nature of my counterparts to the south, I've been told I'm a bit stern.
I can deal with Stern. I grew up with Stern. You weren't a dick. I was expecting a dick. Not to say I'm that's a good bird. And not to say that I'm disappointed or anything. It's just not what I was expecting. So I guess I don't know. Thank you for not having to die today. I really suck at emotions. I know. I'm sorry.
Liz just face palms.
I'm
I
not good
love
at
you,
I'm not
Iris.
I'm not good at talking to people. We'll see you later. Thank you.
I know you.
You all take care. And you notice there's a bit of that stern demeanor cracks ever so slightly as there's a bit of a smirk. And as you all make your way back out the stairs, back down the stairs, and towards the front entryway and heading outside, you all catch a glimpse of the Minotaur being carted up to his office in cuffs, and you kind of linger for ever so slightly. And those with passive perception above 20 would hear the sounds of a Minotaur being thrown against the wall.
I don't have a passive perception above a 20, but I definitely met this man's eyes and was just giving them that smug smirk.
Well, can I wink at the Minotaur as we go by too?
He he is a little beside himself to be paying attention otherwise. Ravenstar has a reputation for a reason.
Liz is too busy being terrified.
Hold on. Does Ravenstar know that I kicked his best man's ass today? Or
Well,
yesterday?
no, it was not his best man, but a I would say not necessarily upper ranking mercenary, but someone who at least has had interactions with the Teeming Legion and being recruited in for missions before. So there is some familiarity between the two.
Yeah, he's not a part of the Teeming Legion at
Yeah,
all.
he's not a
He's
member
a
of
part of the
Teeming Legion.
chapter of Steel.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So it's not specifically his guy.
Yeah. But they've had the chapter of Steel volunteer for extra missions. So.
Right. It was the other guy that I can't remember the name of because fuck authority.
Yeah.
Flaskbuster.
That's him.
Fla-
Damn, that's an
All
awesome
right.
name.
Yeah, it is. I would say it's
Oh
probably
no, we're gonna do that bit.
about noontime now. So if you guys want to sneak in any potential shopping, or at least browse stores, we can.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm,
mean,
get to the
I'm still.
magistrate.
I am just waiting on my stuff for the blacksmith, both the first order and the second order. And frankly, I'm kind of hoping to have the second order be a bit cheaper because I'm actually actively helping with it.
Yeah.
On the way to visit the magistrate, BB would like to drag the party back to the appraiser person.
The jeweler, or
Yeah, because they wanted to show them Iris's wand.
right.
But
That's
that can
the
be
Genasi
done
guy, right?
later. Yeah. The Genasi, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I thought he was Earth.
I
Say
said
that.
Earth.
Oh, I heard air.
I heard Earth.
I can't hear, guys. I'm dumb.
In May's defense, I did hear air as well, but I really, I don't recall the person we're talking about, so I could.
Yeah, no.
Or we'll get back to it because this person is fairly attractive.
Oh yes, he is.
So, Bird Buddy begins carting you all Um,
I'm guessing she's
uh,
probably dragging. They're probably dragging Iris along with her.
oh, eagerly, eagerly. You guys head north and then west down into this corner here, and you see a carved stone brick. The wooden trim is entirely raw and unsculpted. You can see small sprouts of saplings appearing in some places. Uh, and as you approach it, with the slightly unkept lawn allowing it to really flourish, there's large cherry bushes on either side of the steps, and you make your way inside. And it's a roughly approaching middle age Earth Genasi, standing approximately 5'7", slender framed, uh, beautiful dark brown hair that's parted to the left and flipped over and looks almost muddied. Um, like a naturally greasy aesthetic to it. Along the jawline from the temples down to the chin are small, flawless yellow amber pinpricks that are embedded into the skin. They are wearing, contrary to last time, a almost sky blue blouse that's wrapped around the stomach with this familiar corset, dark brown pants, dark black pants rather, and dark brown riding boots to match the corset. And as they see some of their familiar patrons approach, well, good evening, or sorry, that's not me. Good afternoon. How to see some of you back again and some familiar faces.
Liz stays outside, just pacing.
Fair enough.
BB pushes Iris up to the counter and then zooms over to the counter where that gemstone is, and then just stares at it.
Oh, hey. Hello. My friend informed me you can inspect and appraise of magical things.
Yeah, I can. I am capable of identifying magical items, rings, wands, necklaces, weapons. What can I help you with?
Iris takes out the rod that she has been using as a spell focus and sets it down. I took this from some very bad, we'll say, people, and it's been helpful to me, but I have no idea what it is. Do you think you can be able to help me?
What's up?
DMs. Oh, while you're doing that, just
Yeah.
sidebar.
Yeah. As you set it on the table, they look at it rather curiously. And you notice that they're a bit apprehensive to approach it. When they get closer, you can. They mutter an incantation as thin strands of what looks like ethereal mud stands out between each of their hands before shifting into runes to match the incantation. And let's see here.
Can I see the runes?
Yeah. They are stereotypically they are Genasi runes with a bit of Terran language mixed in. Nothing that catches your eye.
Okay.
And as they begin to identify, it takes a moment, and you can see like a little bit of sweat from nerves. Their hands begin to shake, and they pull their hands away really quickly.
Oh.
Where did you get that?
The monsters that had me captive, I took it from them. when I got free. Is it a bad thing? Should I not be touching it, or is it cursed or something?
It's not. According to legends, they can be. But I've only read of these in books. That's an underwand.
Underwand?
Does this get BB's attention because of BB's knowledge on stories?
Give me history check.
I doubt
Okay.
Iris would know.
Heck, freaking yeah, nat 20.
At 20
Damn.
for Toro.
Yeah.
And this is history.
Yes,
Nat 23.
at 23. Um, the underwand is something that it's not by any means a legendary or ancient artifact, but it is spoken of in historical books. Some fairy tales, it kind of gets muddled. But you, BB, would remember that this is something from the Underdark that hasn't, and things from the Underdark hasn't been seen in over 200 years. And they pulled their hand back. How long have you had that?
I'd say about a month. I've been using it to cast spells, but I still have no idea about it.
Okay, well, it's at least it's not activated.
Not activated?
It. How do I put this? According to the stories, the ones that are cursed and the ones that are activated, over time they will twist their users into being the opposite of themselves. If you do come across these monsters again, don't bring that out. It can be used against you.
Hard stare at it.
Sidebar.
Yeah, I see it.
Go ahead, Ruby. You were saying something, sweetie. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Is there a substitute we could get her?
What sort of magics do you use?
It's what I think I was called a sorcerer, but it's from them, the monsters. They forced the magic into me, and I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But I can do things with my mind I'm not comfortable with.
Well, if you're a sorcerer, then you won't. Just about any focus would be okay. I personally don't have anything. The best you're gonna get here in Oriaceste is junkin stuff. They might have something mixed in with their hoard of, well, less than desirable goods.
Less than desirable.
Maybe there might, I believe there's also a magic shop in Trustfell as well as North Pass. I've heard rumors of a couple more stores opening up from the man that brings the gems from the gem mine in North Pass.
I think I'm afraid I have to use this for now, but I'll take your warning into heart.
And
Ruby will walk up
they
to kind of give her a side hug. Sorry.
they'll take a noticeable half step back to let you retrieve the item.
She takes it in her hand, and just kind of stares at it for a little bit, gives it one small twirl, and puts it back in its little holster that she has behind her. Well, at least I know. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Well, at least you saw something interesting today. And then she kind of just gives a little half-hearted smile.
Yes, and your bird friend has too. Hey, and they kind of like clap their hand to get BB's attention.
BB's paying attention. They're just pretending to stare at this very, very pretty gem that they want so bad.
Can I see the gem she's looking at?
Oh yes. At a face value, it is some kind of very pristinely cut black gem. Very valuable even at a passing glance.
Hey, my gothic little friend, that is a very heavy item that you're looking at that we definitely cannot get, so please be careful.
BB
We
just
found the
kind
one
of
thing that Ruby can't buy.
Even my pockets are limited.
Ruby may have the dimensional boot pocket, but it's not that deep.
At least I can go deeper than you, bitch.
I can go higher.
Hey, yo!
You go low, I'll go high.
I like
You go this way,
low.
I go this way.
BB says something as you guys are joking amongst yourselves, and then kind of shakes their head. Not pretty enough.
Mm.
Oh well. Okay.
Everyone's
Pretty, but
correct.
not pretty enough. And then they go and grab Iris's hand and then start skipping him.
Yep. She'll just follow along a little quieter this time.
Will looks at the urchin as he says, if I were to want to enchant a weapon, where would I have to go?
Well, there's the man that handles the. Whoop! I smacked my hand and accidentally closed all my windows.
Oh
on the laptop
no.
somehow. Well, one of the men that brings the gems from North Pass. He's odd, but he's practiced, if not well so, artificer.
I see.
And I would say my counterpart at the Pearl Necklace in Trustfell might be able to help with enchantment as well.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
And then he goes.
Okay.
On the way out, are there any extra glances and stares?
No.
Other than the urchin, I see being just like super, super suspicious.
No, yet. Not this time. They seem to have had their eye on you, so.
Oh yeah.
When you guys get back outside, Liz is just as wound tight as she was when she first got back to the inn at this point.
Will looks to Iris and he slips into Elvish and said, I know I never asked since we met, since I didn't want to pry, but since we're gonna be heading there, I want to ask, what do the monsters look like? And mind you, he's saying it all in Elvish.
DM, am I okay to describe them enough, or
Go for it. I've said it enough times in your streams, so.
they rarely ever walk on the ground? They purple skin, bright orange eyes, and things growing out of their face. They don't speak.
Sorry.
They don't speak how we normally speak. And in his mind, you hear they speak like this.
Can I
Sorry, go ahead.
check if... Can I take a... Am I able to Am I able to know what it is based on the description?
It does fit the description fairly well. Yeah.
Can I... Did it look like the thing I saw in my memories?
Mm-hmm.
Will looks to Iris and says, you said that you could see memories of a traumatic thing, which is how you were able to know what Six went through, right?
Is that in Elven or in Common?
He's saying it in Elvish still.
She nods.
If I were to think about mine, because I saw a being when I was a child. If I think about it, would you be able to see it?
If I concentrate on your mind, yes. But do you want to go there now?
Yes. Another wisdom save, Dungeon Master.
Yep, another wisdom save. Iris, I need an intelligence save from you.
While they're doing their rolls, Six just walks out of the store with everybody, hands in her pockets, nonchalant. Just let everybody do their
that's
thing.
even lower.
Why do I feel like you took something, Six? Oh.
Is that in character?
Yes.
So, I got a 4 total. I got a 2 plus 2.
Ruby, you wound me.
Intelligence, you said?
Intelligence save. And Will, yours was a 4.
Yeah, 4 total.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Okay.
And she's casting Detect Thoughts to see what he's thinking about.
All right.
But as she does, she goes over to Will and just loops her arm and his just as a support.
Okay. As you did as you want, as you did as yeah, as you once again go back into your memories, Will, how you did similarly to the other day. Iris, you feel him tense up. His palm becomes clammy. And Will, and as you kind of peek into his mind, you see all this. You see one of those monsters peeking out from an alleyway. From his perspective, he's 8 years old, cowering, running for an oxbow lake to the east. He ducks down near the docks, hiding into a fishing boat. For nothing exorbitant, since it's just for lake fishing. And you watch as this creature, those tendrils coming down from the face, no nose, dark purple, almost black skin, dark blue cloak with spines coming out of the collar. And as this creature lifts up a hand, you can see runes beginning to appear in rapid succession. No voice, nothing is said. And you see this creature move his hand away at the last second as an arrow streaks past him. He looks back west, shrouded in the night. You could barely make out his silhouette as he floats across the lake back to the shoreline, shooting blast. Iris, for the briefest of moments, you see a woman with long, snowy white hair, healthy, just as you remember her when she would go out for hunts, chase this creature away. And as she stops and looks to little Will, you can hear the horns of battle of the teeming legion before she disappears into the village. Will, you are stunned, having not seen that cat-esque woman prior to this, too often to your peripherals before.
Iris is actually crying, like silently.
I don't remember meeting that woman. Who was she?
My mother.
Will looks at her.
Wow.
And then what
Glad she
happened?
saved you.
Wait, what'd you say, Iris?
She had the habit of saving people at the last second. Glad she saved you.
And the creature, was it the monsters you said?
The ones that owned me for years.
There was a connection.
Yeah.
We should meet up with the others.
She stops for a second, and takes Will into like a hug, and just kind of gives him a squeeze. We'll find them. And we'll kill them. And a very uncharacteristic growl as she lets go, and
Yeah. Yeah.
then she doesn't say anything else. She walks away. Walks back to the group.
Okay.
Will follows, evidently shaken.
I can't believe you'd think so little of me, Tits.
6. Somehow I feel
What?
you have stickier fingers than the bird.
I-
And I'm not gonna snitch on you, I just wanna know.
I washed them today.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
Would BB have noticed this, or was it a high enough roll?
Actually, yeah, you would have caught it.
But here's the
One
thing,
second, let me-
Baby was hard.
BB's just chuckling.
Baby was
No, yeah.
hard staring at the shopkeep.
No, I was
Not
staring at the gem.
exactly.
He was looking at the gem.
I made a note. I sent a DM specifically to Pringle, but I was still paying attention.
Okay, in that case, yeah, you saw it.
Baby's just laughing.
What's your passive perception?
I'm
23?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw it.
I'm sending it to them. No, I didn't see it because they were very much interested in the gem, but they definitely heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, that fair enough. BB is still laughing regardless.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to calm down real quick.
Yeah, you're all good. Now,
You're good.
6.
What?
I'm not gonna make you give it back, I just wanna know.
Want to know what?
Give what back?
Nothing.
Liz seems like she's out of it.
She just took a ring of mine. It's fine. I don't care.
No, I didn't.
She'll
Can we
she'll
go?
look 6 in the eye.
Ladies, our buddy, full set as he approached. I have a distinct feeling that the cave at Rembark's Rest is an entry to the Underdark.
Fantastic.
All right,
Are
so
we done?
we're done. We're done with the dirty man.
He's an Oriaceste 6.
What do we whatever? What do we get
Right.
next? Is it
BB
is it the meeting?
points to Liz.
It's the meeting now, and then we can wind down, or what?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go meet with the
We have to go to the airship.
King Topaz Magistrate.
Yeah, the pink parade is they like to be called apparently.
Right.
We'll be fine. Just don't threaten to punch him or her.
Again, no promises.
Can we-
That's all I ask.
Can we
May-
get this over with, please?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this over with. Hang by me, Rad.
Fine. We have to go to the airship, and Liz points to the airship off in the distance.
Yeah, I know where it's at. That's where I came in. All right,
Ruby
let's
will lead the
go.
way?
Let's get it over with. Let's go.
Okay.
Those closest to Liz will notice that as they get closer to the ship, Liz gets her tone gets more and more clipped and sharp, and her hands are shaking ever so slightly.
BB grabs one of Liz's hands and squeezes.
I don't touch her for shit. I know better.
And
Grab that
Iris,
tail and yank it.
thanks for the hug, I needed
That's
it.
how you get bit.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's see here.
We approach the
One second.
tower.
Rose, I pinged you.
Topanga.
Pinga.
Pinga.
Rose?
Might have fallen.
Might have fallen asleep. Remember, Rose is
Yeah.
like overseas,
Yeah.
and it is
Okay.
very late for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're getting close to wrapping time anyway. Okay. So, or should be in DM's discuss. Okay. So you'll have, Lorcus will mention having a shipment coming into the shop later in the day, so they won't join you for the interaction with the magistrate. But they do actually stay by you for a fair bit, only cutting right, heading into this alley here. If I can get the ruler. Boop. Uh,
Hmm.
that one. They hang that right. Bid you farewell. Uh, and as you all trek your way up the stairs, um, for those not familiar to Advalor, you would follow as you have these tall, elongated, egg-shaped towers. You'll see fairly broad windows for each floor that are stained glass with depictions of different dragons, skylines that allow plenty of light uh, into the rooms of each floor. And as you kind of spiral up the inside of the exterior, you would see that there are balconies to kind of serve as overwatch points to defend the tower. Following it further up, you get to the unloading bay with the large arcane lift in the center that brings the goods down to the surface level. But as you all approach, Liz, you see the familiar, completely armored individual with the halberd, just their eyes just barely visible through the slits of this large draconic mask. Um, and as the bells begin to chime for 3 o'clock, on a dime, they turn out of the way. And as you all approach and begin crossing the gangplank, you see another set of individuals, same armor. These ones a little bit more built for dexterous, but still have the armor plating a bit thinned down, not as big pauldrons, wielding swords that are in their scabbards with shields strewn over the back.
Do I recognize anybody?
No, they're all masked.
Okay.
And they reach for the door and push it open to allow you guys in.
So these
What's the
are.
order that you guys?
Sorry, I was swapping out music, rather ambiance. These are scale guard.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
These are scale guard. Just on aesthetic alone, very capable. Probably the personal guard of the magistrate himself.
Okay. Even so, uh, party.
Yeah.
You recognize a familiar feeling. There is an apex predator in the area.
I'll enter the room first.
Liz takes a moment outside of the door, and you just hear Veth's
BB touches Liz's arm. First off, however we do this, you're gonna end up with a bardic inspiration. But and they just kind of like rubber arm. And you got this, Belle.
Thank you, Velagivore. And for the audience, Veth's Varix Azuth means Azuth's breath. It's considered irreverent.
Iris is paying attention to 6 because she knows how she feels about these guys.
And
There's
Will is just cautious about them given Six's reaction, what Iris told him, and what he remembered Amathirin saying.
There is still control there, but there's still some wild eyes, Iris. Like she's ready to throw down at the drop of a fucking pin.
Once Liz enters, like once everybody's there, she does the appropriate bow to the magistrate. Thank you for granting us an audience, Topaz Magistrate.
Okay. As you all enter, was it 6 Liz and BB at the back? Is that
Yeah.
and because I know Ruby's going in
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, we're
BB
in the
goes in
back.
with Liz, yes.
Okay. As you all enter, the interior is minimalistic but ornate. Uh, as you enter into into the magistrate's quarters, there is slightly sheer, bright pink curtains adorned with golden threaded rope, tying them open to allow in natural light. A pristinely carved, lacquered, and stained oak desk. Uh, the vegetation is a bit more is accenting on either side. Is a bit more ad valorem. Small little palm trees are in potted plants on each side of the desk that stretch up with what looks to be a small cactus um, adorning the right corner. There's an entire wall strewn with bookcases, varying thicknesses, layers of dust. You can see another table on the right that seems to have a bunch of rolled up pieces of parchment. Sitting at the desk, facing away from you all. Let me pull up the description.
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 You see as they begin to turn around, a roughly can't quite tell the age. Uh, maybe as early as 30s, maybe as late as 50s. Male half elf. Uh, Deep, rich brown skin. A well groomed, like Tony Stark-esque goatee. Uh, they have uh, lighter brown hair with a bit of blonde highlights, uh, piercing green eyes. Um, you see him wearing a very well maintained 3-piece purple suit with bright pink draconic scaling stitching up along the lapels and along the cuffs. You can see what looks like small dragon scales um, are used as cufflinks. And he kind of stands up and smiles. And then the door shuts. I need wisdom saves from Six and Liz.
Oh boy.
Remember, Liz, you have bardic inspiration.
I don't need it.
Okay.
Natural.
Natural 20.
Oh, you beautiful bitch. I love you.
And a
For a
19.
total
About
of
damn time.
All right, wait. 6?
Wisdom save.
N- 19 total.
19 total, okay. Liz,
25 total.
25. Very nice.
You know what? I'm gonna add the bardic inspiration just in case. Is it a D6?
At this level, I believe it is a D6, yes.
That's a 6, so 31.
Hey.
Nice.
Yield will.
Liz, in your tense state, you feel like your body's getting calmer, as if someone's holding you in place. 6, you are immediately under the effects of hold person. But Liz, before you have a chance to turn around, you feel a dagger against the underside of your jaw. 6, you feel one as well. As standing directly behind you, Bird Buddy, with a dagger to each one of your friends looking down at the rest of you guys, is the actual magistrate as his illusion drops behind the desk. His eyes are glowing bright pink, but are
But are what?
You cut out.
But are what?
They're still distinctly elven in shape, but are very bright pink and radiating pink circles that ripple across the sclera. But he still has that broad smile as he looks to you, Liz. My, you've become quite the troublemaker. And
Liz
that's where we're going to
growls.
end the session.
You motherfucker!
Sounds like we might be
Liz,
committing
you-
regicide next
Liz.
session.
Are you
Liz?
actually okay? Because I can hear you panting and I'm worried.
I hate you. I wanted to get to this point. I wanted to get past this. I wanted to be done with this.
Are you sure we can't go a little bit longer?
Please.
No, I am sorry. It
Please,
is 10:07.
John.
No, it is
Aw.
10:17. I have to start winding down in about 45 minutes, if that.
Great.
But
So we
it's
got
calling it
only
here.
10:17.
so we got 45 minutes, right?
We are calling it here.
But Dungeon Daddy!
Not working
Please,
this time.
please.
Please!
I was working so hard all session to try and get here quickly so that we can get through this.
It's actually okay. Like it leaves off on a really good cliffhanger. Like
Yeah.
I'm okay with this, but motherfucker, son of a
Even the chat's begging!
a son of a bitch got the drop on me. I'm pissed. Yeah, see,
Even chat's begging!
yeah. Lintire's like W cliffhanger, but Perovia's like, no, we want more.
Yeah, at just a little nugget. Because he had advantage because he knew you guys were coming and can hear the footsteps. I gave him advantage on sleight of hand to get the hold person off because he was already under the illusion. He had a 19 on the die.
So I beat it.
19 on the die.
Oh, okay.
Modifier, dear.
Yeah,
Plus the
yeah,
modifier.
Yeah, I missed the on the die part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a good thing I added the Bardic Inspiration?
Modifier
Was
of
it-
what? 5?
Is it necessary?
It's probably more than 5.
Considering it was a
he's
sleight of hand,
magistrate.
considering it was a sleight of hand, and he
Fair.
has expertise.
Fair.
Yeah,
Wait, what is
sorry.
this motherfucker again? Hold on.
It was never said.
Where's his notes?
All you know about is he's very fancy and very handsome.
Art
I
of character, yes, because that's what you told me originally, but I also have the notes you provided me in
hang on.
'Hold
He's
Anger.
he's
Anger.
he's very handsome for now.
No, I
Yeah.
actually want to get along with him, Six. Please don't punch him in the dick.
I'm not gonna punch him in the dick. I'm gonna punch him in the face. A lot. There's also about how high up are we?
From the bridge to the ship, 65 feet.
From the ground.
Yeah.
How many windows are in this room?
The one at the stern.
Whatever.
He has you guys.
Whatever. I'll pick one.
If I have to go diving out of a window to save a magistrate, I will. Because I have feather falling. And it's a free cast.
He's got a knife to my throat. He dies.
You also are on hold person right now.
Exactly. So if he hits me, it's a crit.
I'm aware. I don't think he's gonna do that. We will tell him of his mistake. But please, I don't want to be a criminal to my own home.
You won't.
There is such a thing as scare tactics, too.
Wait, hold on. Is it just those two held at knife point, or are we all held at knife?
I think it's
He
just
doesn't
us.
just-
have that many hands.
Just those two.
It's
Yeah,
just
but
us.
Okay.
let's go ahead and let Seraph sign it off, and then we can talk a little bit more after.
Okay.
Tell me what to do!
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. I hope you guys had a great time. I certainly did. I hope you guys join me tomorrow for Waifu Wednesday. I'm gonna try and get Rose in here with me, and we'll find something to do. We'll play together. But until then, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night. If it'd be really nice if Twitch would actually, like, oh my goodness. Ah, no, the person I was gonna raid, like, signed off right, like, just now. Okay, so let's find someone else then. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Sure. Let's go and visit May. All right, guys. Good night.
Whether locked away in cage or mind, together we face this incessant bind, challenging a past we can't erase, replacing it with hope for a better place. Another day, another dawn, another damn thing to get done. Far from home, we still toil away, looking back somewhere we cannot stay, breaking the chains we cannot see. We'll either be damned or we'll be free. Oh, grab the past sharply by the throat. Our sins be